Hello, Aries. I am Sachi the Scorpio. I wanted to do a better introduction and do an introductory video, but this Scorpio full moon has really forced me into a transition to utilize my natural talents and skills to help you instead of going through the planning mode. And it's definitely felt through this transition from Taurus season into Gemini season. So I'm just going to go full force into these readings and hopefully they can bring some guidance to you. I had originally planned on doing general readings, but right now, with my own personal life and people that I know and what they're going through, I want to focus this on relationships. And this doesn't have to be necessarily romantic, although it definitely has an inclination to be in the romantic arena. But I'm just going full force with that Scorpio full moon energy. So I am a Scorpio. I'm a 12th house Scorpio. So for those of you who know about that Pisces energy, lived through a scorpionic life. It's very deep, it's very psychic, it's very intuitive, and it's time for me to finally utilize my gifts to help others. And that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be a relationship spread. It's going to be a 9-card spread. 3 on the top are indicative of the higher self or the light energy of the relationship. The 3 lower ones are the shadow aspect of the relationship, and the 3 in the center are the connective energy, and then we will use 2 other decks to clarify, one for the light and one for the dark. So here we go. So I already did my cleansing rituals for all of my decks. Give it the shuffle that it needs and deserves. Break up some of that old energy from past readings, because even after cleansing everything, there's still that emotional imprint left on the cards, which is good. That's how they become wise, but even still. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on in your life with your relationships with this full moon Scorpio energy, which is extremely powerful. And let's see what's going to be going on between this Scorpio full moon that just happened and the next full moon. So let's take a peek. 2 of water in reverse. I'm sorry about that already. The Empress and the Hermit. So it looks like the light aspect of what's been going on already is that you've found out through the 2 of Cups that there's some sort of mismatch in whatever emotion that you're giving and whatever emotion that you're receiving. Whether this is you or someone else, someone has been taken an emotional hostage. Whether you were the emotional hostage or someone else was, there was something not right here. And either you recognize that this is being done towards you, or you recognize that you were doing this to someone else, or someone else recognized that you were doing this to them. Aries, you can do that, but you're independent. So I want to say that's not you, but it is definitely possible. So there's definitely an emotional mismatch that has been recognized. And the Empress. So this is a very powerful card in this deck. I mean, the Empress is powerful no matter what, but in this deck specifically, it is a card of worship. And I want to say that this is either what you've already been experiencing or it's what you want. And I want to say that this is probably something that you're already experiencing, considering the Hermit. So because we have the Hermit card and the Empress card together in this light energy, in the light side of it, so I would say one of two things. Either you have been praised like the Empress to such a high degree that has made you feel isolated, like you're the Hermit, or you're not getting this praise that you desire as the Empress, which makes you feel like the Hermit. This is pretty isolated energy. I mean, overall, I definitely feel power struggle here. There's this taking emotional hostage aspect and this worship aspect, and also feeling alone. So that's some pretty intense stuff. With the Hermit, we could have some Virgo energy here. Let's see. Let's see what the shadow side says. Okay. 8 of Water in reverse. Sorry guys, as you know, this is my first video, so Knight of Earth. And 10 of Earth in reverse. All right, so the shadow side of this is the 8 of Water in reverse. So the 8 of Water upright indicates that you're in waters, you're in something emotionally, and then you figure out that you're not alone. Like someone is shooting your arrows at you. There's an aspect of feeling alone, but finding out that you're not. So because it's in reverse, this can be indicative of one of two things. The shadow side is that you feel you're not alone, and someone's telling you that you're not alone in these emotional waters, but it's false. They're lying to you. It could also indicate that you just are in the waters alone, period. That's just the way it is. Like, these arrows are not coming towards you. No one's shooting these arrows towards you. So for me, I want to say the shadow side of this is that you're feeling really emotional about something, you're emotionally invested in something, and someone's not giving you communication, because the arrows signify air of it. So the communication is not coming towards you like you want, but you are in those waters. In the Knight of Earth. So physically, you are hitting roadblocks. Like, there is something going on that is stopping you from physically moving forward. And because Earth is all about money, you know, financial situation, anything tangible, this can be, you know, earthly things, maybe by somebody else, that are stopping you. But there's definitely something physical that's getting in your way. And the knight is a warrior. The knight fights, but for some reason something is blocking you. And 10 of Earth in reverse. So upright, the 10 of Earth in this deck signifies enjoying the finer things that life has to offer. All the good food, you know, good environment, good sex, good everything that you can touch. But because it's in reverse, these things are not happening. So whatever this relationship is bringing to you, there's an obvious, you know, power dynamic going on here. Whatever this is, it's physically, it's not looking so great. You're probably wondering whether you're alone in this, and physically it's hard for you to move on from it and to enjoy where you are now. It's very difficult for you to be enjoying this. So let's see the 3 connective. Sun in reverse. Ooh. One of fire. And the mirror. Wow, some big players. You already have 4 majors out here. Interesting. So the connective energy is the sun in reverse. So I want to say the connective energy between this 2 of water in reverse and the 8 of water in reverse, which, by the way, it's the only water that has come up in this spread so far, is water in reverse. So emotions are bad. Like, emotions are flip-flopped right now. And that's okay, because if that's the way it is, that means that you can only move on and do better. And hopefully that you recognize this. So because of this emotional mismatch and this wondering of whether you really are alone in these waters, like, is somebody else there with you inside of the emotions that you're having? And the biggest problem is that communication is not occurring. So you're feeling like you might be alone. But there's also this hostage situation of, like, I'm guessing a power play. Like, one of you is wondering if you're alone, and you're using that power to take emotional hostage, or someone else is doing that to you. Anyway, I digress. So the connective energy is the sun in reverse. Like, you're too close. You're too close to it. So, like, this is Icarus going towards the sun, where the wings melt because you're getting too close to the situation. You're flying too high to the sun. Because it's in reverse, it's still too close of a situation. You know what? Maybe I take that back. One of you are too close. But there's a closeness that cannot be obtained. That's the message. There's a closeness that cannot be obtained because one of you just wants to melt the other. So the closer you try to get, especially through these waters, like, whatever emotional manipulation situation is happening here, and whatever tactics to try to find out if you're emotionally alone, like, there's some sort of issue of someone not letting someone get close enough. I don't know. Are you dealing with a Capricorn? Because yikes, they don't like people getting close to them. But this is also, Leo. So really it should be Leo, but it feels like Capricorn energy to me because they don't like to emotionally express. But yeah, there's someone not allowing you, or you're not allowing them to get close, because you're going to melt those wings. All right, and the connective energy between the Empress and the Knight of Earth, and this is the heart of your reading, and of course you get the heart, is the One of Fire. Heart's broken, also eating ass. So I hope that's what you're doing. I hope you're getting some booty, Aries. But this is literally eating hearts, breaking hearts. So someone's heart is broken. Is this you? I hope that you're not the one with the heart broken, and I hope you're not breaking hearts either. It's someone. It's somebody. I hope it's not you, and I hope you're not doing this to anyone, but yeah, it has to be one of you. So because there's this physical, like, worship difference with the Empress, there's some sort of energy of worship, that someone is the underling, someone is the dominant, someone is worthy of praise, and the other person feels like they are not worthy of anything, that they're only worthy to serve, which can be scary. In sexual dynamics, I'm totally, on board with that. But this is a general energy reading of a relationship. And if it's really this stark that someone's being worshipped and someone is always worshiping, That's a pretty unhealthy dynamic, and this is the light side of it. So, I mean, hey, if that's what works for you, Aries, you know, I guarantee you're the one being worshipped. Because if not, then yikes. And then these hurdles, these roadblocks of you not moving forward. I feel like that's why there's this heartbreak. Why there's this heart that's broken. It's because of this power dynamic of this dynamic of worship and dynamic of worshiping, of why you can't move forward with this. And it's because your heart's broken about it, or you broke someone's heart, and for whatever reason that energy is still lingering, and that's why you can't move forward. And with the Hermit, being alone, being isolated, feeling like it's just you by yourself, which is weird because there's definitely some sort of relationship dynamic going here. But for me, I feel like it's definitely possible that it's not a real relationship, considering like what's over here with the water energy of the emotion of this like emotional hostage. It's like a game. That's what I feel. Like it's a push and pull of like, am I alone? Like I don't have the words. Like you're not expressing the words to me to tell me that I'm not alone in these waters. But for whatever reason, someone's being taken emotionally hostage, and it's just this weird like game about flying around the sun and like how close can I get until my wings melt is the energy that I'm feeling. But anyway, there's this aspect of being alone in a situation and not enjoying the physical pleasures of life. And the connective energy is the mirror. So this is a reflection of yourself. So this must be you. Either that or the person that you're dealing with is as a cosmic mirror. This is also Jupiter's card. Jupiter's in Sagittarius, so there could be some sort of like Sagittarian energy that is making you look at yourself in a different way. I hope you've been using Sugar Daddy Jupiter, you know, to your advantage while he's still in Sagittarius, even though he's retrograde right now. But there's oh, I see. Okay, there's some sort of like self-defeating energy here about being alone and feeling alone and not enjoying the physical world because they mirror each other. Like your internal energy of feeling like the Hermit is a mirror of your external energy of why you're not physically enjoying the environment that you're in. And I'm sorry about that. But hey, you need to know the inner will determine the outer. So all you have to do is change your mindset and it will change your exterior world. We're going to take another look at what the light energy is. We're going to get some clarifiers here. Well, we already have one that popped out. Let's see. Oh, Two of Cups upright. Okay. So you have two. Oh, okay. Everything's falling out. Let's see what this story is. Wow. Something's really going on here. So you have the Two of Cups in reverse for this emotional hostage situation. So yeah, you are in a partnership. This isn't some random person. You definitely are in a partnership. Absolutely. There's emotion exchanged between two people. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily what it should be, because there is an emotional hostage sort of situation, but there are two people investing emotional energy. which makes me question this Eight of Cups. We'll get to that later with the darker aspect with the other deck. But yeah, it's a relationship. Someone's being emotional hostage. There's some fighting going on, and it's not just you. It's not just you two. So could be a third party situation. I don't necessarily see that, but I want to say like friends on both sides are really weighing in and getting involved. Like there are multiple people involved in this. And Three of Cups, maybe it is a third party situation. Oh, okay. How could I not see this before? Aries. This is how you get your emotional fulfillment. It's through fights. Like, these go hand in hand. It's this argument aspect and then rejoicing in the merriment of the water. So for whatever reason, I'm assuming this is you. No offense, Aries. You really do feed off of that like high intensity of passion. And usually that comes out through arguing. So I want to say that this emotional hostage situation, even though you're both invested emotionally, it's like somebody is getting their emotional fulfillment through arguing. And no offense, Aries, I love you to death so much. Like Aries energy, I always try to channel it because you guys are the true leaders. But damn, you love to feed emotionally off of arguments. That's what I'm seeing. And hey, if it feeds you, that's okay, as long as the other person is a willing participant. So if this is how you do it, then good for you. If it's working out, this is the light aspect. So let's see. But it looks like physically, this is not, there's some sort of physical imbalance to the situation. So I want to say someone's giving more than they're receiving. And honestly, Aries, this is what I'm getting right now. Like, you need to let them win once in a while. You need to let the other person win because, you know, everyone wants to think that they're right all the time. And I know you as an Aries, you definitely like to think that you're right. And hey, most of the time you are, okay? I have an Aries that's a mom, so, or a mom that's an Aries, excuse me. Oh, what a Freudian slip, right? But, you know, Aries can be correct all the time, but sometimes you just have to let the other person win. Even if you know that they're wrong, it's just good for their spirit. So this is the physical imbalance that is happening, and it looks like whatever this fight is, like two people, like this relationship that's happening, you're both emotionally invested. There's some sort of fighting aspect going on, and someone's filling their cups from the fight, and I'm guessing that's you. It could be the other person, don't get me wrong, it could be the other person, but there's an imbalance in it. Whoever's not winning, they need to win a little bit every once in a while. Just let them win, okay? And the sun here, okay? So the connective energy over here emotionally is the sun in reverse, and here is the sun upright. Like literally everything can be so good if you just let the other person win once in a while. You can dance in the wonderment of light, of love, of the sun, of this Leo energy, of like literally the energy that sustains us all on this planet is the sun. If you just allow this balance to happen, whether it's something that you need to adjust or something that you need to address in your partner to let you win every once in a while, because honestly, Aries, if you're not winning, you should probably get out of that relationship, because Aries, I mean, you know, Aries needs to win for the most part. So you can have it all. You can have the sun. And yeah, you can have it all. 10 of Pentacles. You can have it all. Things will get so much better if there's just this balance of this battle and who fills their cups from this battle. Okay? Now let's take a look at the darker side of what you need to stay away from, okay? So now you see your advice to go towards the light, and here's the advice to stay away from the darkest aspect of this relationship. Oh. All right, so half the deck. I'm going to put this back. It doesn't feel right. We're just going to, you know what? It needs a shuffle. I can feel it. It's kind of going. Usually I do a whole ritual for this deck, but... So this deck has been with me for over 10 years. It has a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge, and I never cleanse it fully. That way it keeps all the karmic energy to truly have guidance. So let's see, what do you need to stay away from? Oh. Yeah. What do you know? Six of Wands in reverse. Victory. Victory in reverse. Stay away from always wanting to win, Aries. Stay away from that. It will not serve you in this relationship. Something you should work on in this next moon cycle. Eight of Wands. Swiftness in reverse. All right. Give me one more message, please. Let's see. Oh, okay. We got two. All right, so what you should stay away from in the shadow side is victory in reverse. Do not worry about who's winning. Do not always want to win. And do not let this other person always win. There needs to be this balance. We saw that. There needs to be a balance. Victory should not be the aim from you or from someone else. And swiftness in reverse. You can't expect everything to happen quickly. This is some sort of change that's going to happen over time. So it's not going to be like, oh, the next argument that I get in, you know, if I'm winning all the time, now I have to let them win. Or if they're winning all the time, now I have to win. No, it doesn't work that way. This has to be a gradual change over time. And this is a message for your moon cycle. So you have 28 days to really figure this out. And honestly, I think that you should talk about it. Like, have a conversation about this. Try some new tactics. Like, when you get in an argument, something that I have found to be extremely helpful is to hold your partner's hand when you're having a difficult discussion or when you're arguing. Because when you're physically connected, hand in hand, you're likely to be more understanding. You're exchanging a different kind of energy. So try that out, maybe. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do. I know better, Aries. But don't expect change to happen immediately, okay? So this is going to be a long battle. Not battle. Well, everything's a battle with you guys. Gosh, I love you, you warriors. But it's not going to happen quickly. So just be patient. I know. How dare I tell an Aries to be patient? But don't expect it to happen all at once. And the star. You can transform whatever's going on here. So the star in this deck from me is that you work with what you already have. You have the physical matter around you to manipulate in order to create something. You have the ability to create something new from what already exists. You don't have to abandon the situation. The situation doesn't have to abandon you. This is taking what is and forming it. You have this power to do it. Are you going to do it? We certainly have the fucking strength. Okay? 9 of Wands. You have the strength to do this. So do it. Wow, Aries. You really have something going on. I mean, you know, this confrontation aspect is kind of to be expected from you guys. But let's find some balance. Okay? Let's find some balance. And in the heart of your reading, you want to fire. I hope your heart's not breaking. I hope you're not breaking anyone's heart. And I hope it means that you're eating some ass, okay? So let's see what the angel oracles, what is the divine message from your angels? What do the angels want to tell you? Let's see. What does Aries need to hear? Okay. Damn. The angels have quite a few messages for you. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more, joy is more intense, pain is deeper. Love can turn your world around, and that world will last forever. We know how devoted you are, Aries. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you're not. Don't fake it. Don't fake it at all, Aries. You know better. Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Others stay for a while, leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never the same again. Yeah. Don't keep going through this sort of emotional battle. You know, others stay for a while, leave footprints. You need to make sure that what you're doing is genuine and really speaks from your heart, you know, and not trying to always win, because you will push people away. Or if this is being done towards you, you need to tell that other person you're being pushed away because of this, you know. But there's also this aspect of being genuine. It's better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you're not. And honestly, if whatever this conflict, confrontation thing that's going on, if things are not being resonated with on your end or their end, then hey, maybe it's time to seek something new. Okay? And your last message is, pure love is like the perfume of the rose, given to all. The sun does not care upon whom it shines. The quality of true love, of pure love, knows no such distinction as wife or husband, son or daughter, father or mother. So this is taking on kind of a whole new meaning. Maybe this kind of is more of a general reading. To be honest, maybe this isn't a love relationship. Maybe not. So I guess my heart's intention of being a general spread might have come true. Because, yeah, whoever you're fighting with and filling your emotional cups with this anger, you need to let it go. Because true love, yeah, is like perfume of the rose, given to all. Emanate your love. You have so much of it, Aries, and you know it. You know you have so much to offer. You know you have so much to offer, and you can vocalize it, and you can physically show it. So, anyway, I hope that this was insightful, and thank you for being my very first reading that I'm doing on my YouTube channel. Really, it's a beautiful experience, especially because my mother is an Aries, so it's beautiful that this is my first reading. So I love you all. Blessings, so many blessings. I hope this Scorpio full moon has helped shed light on whatever spots needed some illumination. Okay, bye-bye from Sachi. Mwah.